Travel agents sell flights, cruises, transportation, and other travel arrangements. They offer advice on destinations, itineraries, and products. Since 1999, the internet has clearly disrupted the travel industry. Most consumers book their own travel accommodations and choose not to use travel agents. In this video, we're going to answer the question, should you become a travel agent in 2020? We're going to cover salaries, jobs, and the latest trends. Coming up. Hey everyone, Stephen Hack here with CareerWatch, where we help you with your career search. If you end up enjoying the video, hit that thumbs up to support the channel. All the graphs and charts in this video are available on my blog at www.careerwatch.co. Feel free to use any of these resources however you please. The first thing to go over is what kind of people actually become travel agents. If you haven't figured out your Holland codes yet, please do. I linked a free test in the description. So according to the Occupational Information Network, travel agents score high in both the enterprising and the conventional themes. People that score high in the enterprising theme describe themselves as ambitious, competitive, persuasive, assertive, and energetic. Often they are motivated by persuading, selling, and leading. People that score high in the conventional themes tend to describe themselves as practical, organized, conscientious, orderly, and careful. They are often motivated by organizing and managing information. Next, let's go over compensation for travel agents. Commissions are a huge part of this occupation. Pretty much every sales job, commissions are a huge part of compensation. According to hostagencyreviews.com, every sale nets a travel agent usually a minimum of 10%. Selling cruises can boost that rate to 17%, and some agents report getting 37% of the sales price of insurance products. Doing some quick, easy math real quick, a 10% commission rate would mean $100,000 in sales would net you $10,000 as a travel agent. $1 million in sales would net you $100,000. And this is usually in addition to a base salary. The base salaries of travel agents have been surveyed by the government over the past 20 years. So this data is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The salaries do not include commissions, so definitely keep that in mind when you're going over these numbers. They also don't include bonuses, they don't include benefits, and it also doesn't include travel agents that own their own companies. In fact, 11% of travel agents own their own companies. So in 1999, the Bureau of Labor Statistics recorded the average base salary of travel agents at $24,660. This rose to $44,690 by 2019. So this is a wage growth of about $20,000 from 1999 to 2019. The estimated 2020 base salary would be around $45,000 per year. We can also look at this by state. So the average base salaries by state range from $34,000 to $55,000 per year. The highest paying state for base salaries for travel agents is interestingly the state of Washington, with an average base salary of $55,420. Other high paying states for travel agents include New Hampshire, Arizona, and Maryland. Here is the 2019 base salary broken down by percentile. Basically, a starting salary would be anywhere between the 0th and 25th percentile. So probably like $20,000 to $30,000 would be kind of a starting base salary for a travel agent. And if you're in the industry long enough and you reach the top 10% of travel agents for base pay, this would increase to about $70,000 per year, and it would go up from there. So before anyone enters this industry, you definitely need to consider the fact that this industry is declining. The government is predicting a 6% decrease in the number of jobs over the next 10 years, and this was a pre-pandemic forecast. In fact, the World Travel and Tourism Council is predicting 197 million travel industry jobs could be lost due to the coronavirus pandemic. And this is globally, this isn't just in the United States. Tourism is really getting hit hard by the pandemic. But even before coronavirus began, the government was still predicting a 6% decline in the number of jobs for travel agents over the next 10 years. Travel agents face a lot of challenges going forward, and this has been going on since the late 90s. Since the late 90s, consumers have been going out and booking their own trips. This trend is not going away. This chart below shows the number of employed travel agents over time, and as you can see, it is pretty dramatic. The number of employed travel agents peaked in the year 2000 at 124,000 jobs. Every year from 2000 to 2013, travel agents lost jobs. The number of jobs bottomed out in 2013 at 64,250 jobs. Interestingly, the number of jobs kind of plateaued from 2013 to 2019, actually even increasing a little bit. There was some very minor job growth, but relative to where travel agents were in 2000, there was still quite a few jobs lost when looking at this whole big picture. Another great occupation to look into if you're interested in this occupation is basically an insurance sales agent. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. A lot of people don't want to be associated with the insurance industry, but for those reasons, not many people are going into and trying to sell insurance. This is another great occupation to look into because it really doesn't take much to become an insurance agent either, just basically a high school diploma. And some insurance sales agents do extremely well, pulling in hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. Another thing to consider is certain states have way more jobs than others. It is not even across the country. California and Florida are the hot spots for this occupation. So where do travel agents tend to work? Well, 79% work in travel arrangement and reservation services, and 11% own their own businesses. Going back to the Holland codes, people that take a Holland code assessment and score high on enterprising, they tend to find entrepreneurship very invigorating. I mean, this entrepreneurship is great for someone that scores really high on the enterprising theme typically. So let's say you've seen the numbers, you've seen that there's been quite a loss of jobs over the past 20 years, but you still want to become a travel agent. What are the steps you need to take to become a travel agent? Well, the government did a survey in 2017, and they surveyed the education of travel agents all across the country. And this is kind of what they found. They found that 2% had less than a high school diploma, 16% had a high school diploma or equivalent, 26% had some college, 15% had an associate's degree, 31% had a bachelor's degree, 7% had a master's degree. Higher education isn't required for this occupation. It's a sales job. So the greater your performance selling, the better you're going to do. It's a very sink or swim occupation, just like many other sales occupations. There's also an organization called the Travel Institute, and there's actually 2 certifications that could help an aspiring travel agent get into the door. There's the Certified Travel Associate, CTA, and the Certified Travel Counselor, CTC. So those certifications might help someone get into the door of this industry. So all of this taken together, as you can see, that there are definitely pros and cons to becoming a travel agent. This is an extremely challenging industry to get into because there's been so many job losses. There was around 124,000 jobs in 1999. Now there's only around 65,000 jobs. The number of jobs literally halved in 20 years. This occupation is definitely for a specific kind of person, someone that would score very high on the enterprising and conventional themes if you would take the Holland Code assessment. It's not that hard to get into. You don't need a master's degree, you don't need a PhD to become a travel agent. You might just need a high school diploma. If you're considering this occupation, definitely also consider insurance sales agents. There's quite a need for insurance sales agents going forward. Are you a travel agent? What do you enjoy about this occupation and what do you dislike about this occupation? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.